All right, so we got what was the name of this one?
Freak
City. Once again, I got myself, Jason, and Jory. She looks
Isn't she hot?
she is a nice bit of pussy. I'm not gonna lie. It was a very yeah. Oh, I love the way you and your wife get along like that. Look at the way you look at each other's eyes. So cute. Let's talk about Freak City. So this is one where they...
Feet. Wait. Feet.
Go show your wife. See how she reacts to feet.
Feet.
See, now that's love. That she will let you do that. I think that's really cool. But... No, okay, so now I get Magic Man. And I'm not gonna lie, every time he showed up was pretty friggin' funny. Well, and I love the way he starts off as this big, or like, what's he looking for? Sugar? Was that it?
Well, he's looking for anything.
Yeah, anything. So he gives him, Finn gives him a sugar cube. Think he's gonna turn to like an elf or something to give some sort of reward, and they's just like, I'm not really big, I'm really, and just transforms into this really colorful, flamboyant Magic Man. That's the only word I can use for it, and he's just... Yeah, just anytime he was there, just Magic Man! It just really made me laugh. And it was just the last thing I expected to come out of that, too, Because I'm thinking it's going to be something like, well, okay, it's going to be against what Finn is expecting. Like, okay, so it can't be an elf or something like, really nice. Like, I'm thinking it's going to be something even more threatening.
Yeah.
But I like, just this bright, colorful, flamboyant person there. So, no, I thought it was really funny. Turns him into a foot. And again, like if you were to tell someone design Finn as a foot, you think like, oh, just like a big foot, maybe Finn's face on it. But no, it's like on the upper, it's a big foot, but on the upper right side is the rest of Finn's body, or at least his waist up, and then his shorts are around two of the toes. And it's like, that is just so bizarre. It's like, I really wonder if they just hand to the design team, they're like, just design this, and they come up with that, or if like the person writing is like, no, it has to be designed this way, this strange way. Or like that one episode a few ago where he was hanging on to the balloons, and all the balloons had the same simple face, the dot eyes and the smile, and then one was like really specific. He has sort of a crooked nose and a couple wrinkles and these thick eyebrows. It's no reason. There's no other reason for him to stick out or anything. He just had that face.
Yeah.
So stuff like that is just really fun and really wild and random. So it comes across a bunch of other people that came across the Magic Man and were transformed into like an arm or a leg, a waist. And Michael Dorn...
Tonsils.
Yeah, tonsils. Michael Dorn was he a toe? Was that what that was?
I don't know.
I don't think they ever said what he was. But, but Michael Dorn is there. Kind of nice to hear... It's gonna sound weird. I always thought his normal voice was kind of the Worf voice. Because every single time I hear him in other stuff do voiceover, it's like, it's always that voice.
Wait a minute, wait. That's Worf?
Yeah,
really?
that's Worf. Yeah.
Wow. No, it's just funny. There's at least two other Star Trek Next Gen voice actors that appear later on.
And the Star Wars with Mark Hamill.
Yeah, but that's kind of funny. Now that's three from Next Gen. Interesting.
Yeah, no, he...
I didn't know that.
But yeah, no, even when I've heard him talk in his normal voice, I thought it was really deep like that. But here it sounded a little bit more like, I don't want to say a common voice, but more...
Human?
Less Worf. Less Klingon, I guess. And so that was kind of nice to hear more of a normal voice.
Yeah.
And they band together, and Finn does the auto-tune voice again, which for some reason, I never get tired of. I think it's just like this really... I don't know what it is. It's almost meditative. Like, I can just listen to those sounds. Like, some sounds you really, really like, and that's just something about Finn's auto-tune voice I really like. So, I was liking they weren't doing the music and they weren't going into an actual song. It's just him talking in the auto-tune voice. So, and no reason, right? There's no segue into it. It's just now he's talking like this.
Well, he was having a dream, and he's like, no, I'm not going to be this way. I'm going to actually, get everyone happy and together.
So... he literally gets them together. They form this big, lack of a better term, body.
Yeah.
And they find the Magic Man. They learn their lesson is that there's no lesson to be learned, I guess.
To me, it's that the Magic Man's just a jerk.
Yeah, like that's the only lesson. Is that just beware jerks, or as Jake said, just don't give sugar to jerks.
Yeah.
And and then that really great joke at the end where he's like, I always wanted to be a foot. He's like, why'd you want to be a foot? He's like, oh, you'll understand when you're older. And I'm really wondering now if like kids watching the show are gonna go to like their parents and be like, Mom, Dad, why do you want to be a foot? They're like, what? Adventure Time said when you grow up, you'll understand why other people want to be a foot. And I just love to see the look on the parents' face and their answer for that. Because that would probably lead to a lot of therapy bills in the future.
Yeah, well, they could just come on the show and sit with us, and we'll work through
And
it
talk
all.
about why they want to be a foot or why they're afraid of feet.
That's true.
Or why they can't ride a foot, or why they see feet backwards sometimes, and it'll be
Or swim in feet.
Yeah, and it'll be great fun. You know, that'll probably be an episode, swimming in feet. I mean, it's just that random and strange.
Well,
Is there? Okay, don't tell me. So
I actually loved. I think the character's name was Trudy, if I remember right, or was it? No, I don't remember the one that was like.
Is that the arm?
When they finally have the magic man under the foot, and she just goes, and it's so like dark. She's like, the eyes, cut him in the eyes.
Yeah, I think her introduction too was like it just says the name. I think she's like hugging and kissing a can. I think it's just like, oh yeah. And it's like that's her introduction. It's like yeah, everything she said was friggin' hilarious.
Get underneath her. I don't like her.
Yeah, it's like if you were to read the line, they like be okay, like funny, but it's like the way she says it, the delivery is so strange and so sort of mumbled and matter of fact. It's really funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Magic Man was pretty funny. I mean, like I said, every time he transformed, that made me laugh. Just a straightforward, pretty funny episode. Does Magic Man come back?
Do you want him to come back? Because if you want Magic Man to come back, he will come back for you.
I do want him to come back.
Then he will come back for you.
What do you say to that, Jory? Jory! Jory! Don't move your foot at me. Come on. Jory!
Get used to it. Normally, she tends to ignore people.
This is why you two need to get a divorce.
You just said we were getting along so well.
Yeah, but that was in the past. This is the current, the now.
Shall we divorce, Kitty?
Jory's a cat?
No, that's my nickname for her.
Oh, okay. So, Jory, you got anything?
Oh, shut down. Man.
This is why I never have her on here. She can't swim. She can't hold a conversation, clearly.
But
And-
she's pretty.
That's true. She's really done wonders with her hair.
Yeah.
It's grown out a bit. Sort of
that kind of needs to go.
a touch.
Yeah.
It has grown all over her body, but...
It's acceptable. Keeps you warm at night.
Should we actually talk about the episode anymore, or just how hot Jory is?
I mean, there's... I could talk about the episode, but...
She's giving me the eye. Yeah.
The whole I'm gonna go to sleep now and ignore you people.
She's just playing that, she's playing like, oh, I'm sleepy, oh, I hope someone will watch me while I sleep. The way she throws her laugh like that, too, that's really impressive.
Are you cheating on me?
She can't even look you in the face for that question.
Oh, it hurts.
Anything else in the episode?
I'm too distraught.
Okay. We'll see you next episode. Probably not Jory. I'm looking at the saddest image I've ever seen.